Hello and welcome to my lair. By popular demand, I have decided to go ahead and show off the rest of my sword collection that I have access to anyway. And so I hope you enjoy this final segment of show and tell. So we'll start off with some swords that I've got right in front of me here. I'm sure you remember this from one of the other segments. My little lizard skin, my little fake lizard skin is not real lizard skin, but nice little katana, complete with a dual colored blade. I believe this is just purely decorative because I think they usually don't do black blades, although I could be wrong. But yes, so this was shown last week, the last segment rather. But with that sword went a pair of holders. And I found those holders. These were dragon claws. They hung up on my dad's bedroom walls, and usually scared my little nephews a few times, thinking monsters coming out of the wall. But yes, you would bolt them onto the walls, and then they would hold the sword. And so it'd be like, so the lizard claws would be holding the sword. And I would like to put these on my wall, but of course right now I'm in a rented place, not a place of my own, and really not a lot of room, so I can't really do much in the way of decorating the way I would like to. But one day I will be able to put these on a wall and display my swords like that. Okay, another another katana. This was another one from my father's collection, and this one again I believe was just a purely decorative piece, but it is still very nicely done nonetheless. It is a little sharp though still. Probably be good for a movie prop, I think. I'm not sure what the writing is on here, but if anyone knows what that writing says, if you can see it really good, please let me know. Just drop me a line in the comments. I'm interested. For all I know, it could just be the maker's mark, saying who made it. But it would still be interesting anyway. I have never learned how to read Asian writing. I'm assuming that it's Japanese, but you can never tell. Especially when you're not familiar with the text. But if someone would like to educate me, that would be awesome. Anyway, next up is one that was another one of my father's in a box labeled Jack's Demons, and with good reason, a little demon. And this one is a katana. This came in a set. It has the katana, which is always the longer blade, two-handed. I don't know if I'm holding this right now. I think so. I just can't do too much in the way of swinging right now because I have no room in here. But I like katanas. They're very nice, very well-made blades, and it served the Japanese for centuries. Got to get it in the holder just right. As I said, this came in a set. It also has the wakizashi. I'm thinking I'm pronouncing that right, which is the slightly shorter sword that samurais, I believe, carried them. And then it also has the kanto, which is the shortest blade. So that was the little demon ones. Put this back in this packaging. I know I cheated cheated the last time and didn't take one out of its packaging, and so I decided to take one out of its wrapper this time. Now I've got to put it back. Yay, how boring. You get to see me wrap. Don't worry, I'm not going to rewrap all of them. I'm going to wrap the others later. So next up we have a scimitar. These are always cool too. Oh, I think they're all cool. Which is why I like to collect them as well as my father did. Unfortunately, I don't have the funds to add to my collection right now, but then again, I don't have a lot of room. But very good blade construction, sharp, and get a load of that. Now these scimitars, they are not a light weapon. These are fairly heavy, and I would have to use two hands with these, which is probably the way you have. I have to look this up and see how you hold one, but I think you have to hold it with two hands. Ooh, come on. Little prop malfunction there. Sometimes they get a little temperamental. Here's another one. This one was a Christmas present to me years ago. It's another scimitar. Imagine getting that in your, underneath your Christmas tree. Very well constructed. Again, not a little bit, slightly lighter than the other one, but again, it's this one is it was made in Pakistan, so another good quality blade coming from the good bladesmiths over in Pakistan. Each region has their good bladesmiths. Spain was another good one back in the day, and my camera's almost running out of juice, but I'm going to try and ride this thing out till it runs out of juice, and I'm going to have to switch batteries. This thing only holds like a 10-minute charge, which I hate. It's getting a little bit more and more annoying. But here's another blade. This one I have sitting up on my shelf. Very heavy. Okay, next up is a cane. You could probably guess, considering this is a segment on weaponry, you could tell that this is probably not just a cane. In fact, if you unscrew it, it becomes a nice little innocent weapon. Great for the elderly or otherwise infirmed or disabled, to where if you need a cane, you're out on your own, you've got your protection. And here's another one. This same way as the Hawk's Head one over there that I just showed you, but this one has an 8-ball on it. Like you're playing pool. But But yes, this does the same thing. It screws off and becomes a blade. Okay, I haven't seen these in a while, so. There's another nice one. Again with the skulls. As I stated before, my father liked the little skull decorations. Which I do too. I mean, they're pretty cool, you know. I'm running without a camera person today, so I have to do a lot of movement, and sometimes the camera doesn't move around with me. This is actually a reshoot because last time I tried this. This is why it was so delayed. Of course, I was going to get this out like a week and a half ago. I think I shot, but when I went to edit, it had all sorts of ambient noise from the person who I live with, who, you know, he ran my camera before, but I started when he was still at work, so he wasn't running my camera. So when he came in, he decided to come and eat, and I'm like, oh yeah, go ahead, stay, you know, just be quiet and everything, but the camera still picked up every single little bit of noise. So another reason why I need something other than an omnidirectional mic. But one of these days, some of these have their own little boxes within boxes. Wow. This one is exceptionally heavy. It's a cane just like the others, but it is quite heavy. You could probably do some damage just clunking someone upside the head with this thing. But yeah, I think this one's made a lot better too, blade wise. It looks a little bit more sturdy than the hawk head. Very noisy too. But still very nice little dragon head there, if you can see. I try to keep them in their boxes, and this, not a sword, but still a nice little clunking weapon nonetheless. Imagine getting clunked with one of these, very medieval. And remember, some of these I haven't seen in ages. Twin axes. Very simple in design, but very sharp. Again, reason for the gloves. And it is a heavy one. I think this one is just made to look old-fashioned, but it is very heavy. And I think I've seen some of these in some role-playing games online. I think my warrior on EverQuest had one of these. Yes, I still played EverQuest, although I haven't been lately. But then again, you know, that needs money and stuff. But I used to have so much more, but I know that some of them I didn't get out of the house in time when we were moving stuff out of my parents' place, and a lot of stuff got stolen, unfortunately, because my mom was kind of slow getting things packed away and whatnot, and then she had to go and stay with my sister for a few weeks because her heat got shut off in the winter, and some thieves decided to come and break into the house and ransack the place and got what was left of the swords that I didn't grab yet because I could only pack up so much in my car. They also got my record collection. I had a huge collection of vinyl, which I to this day am still bummed about. But you know, I had like original Beatles and Elvis and stuff from my parents. You know, originals, and you know all sorts, and they probably you know. None, you know, most of them, yeah, they'd be good, worth something, but, you know, for me personally, though, because I like the stuff. Last thing I think I'll show you, I don't think I have any others, some bayonets. These are what one would put on to their guns. This one's pretty, kind of newish, so... yeah, very nice. Now this one though, this one is an antique, and if you get anyone knows what kind it is or where the origin is, please drop me a line and tell me. Be very nice to know. It's got some oil on it from a way of keeping it from getting all messed up in the sheath, which I wish more of the swords had that, because some of my swords, or blades rather, not necessarily the sword parts, but they got some stuff on them. It makes it look like it's rust, but it's not rust. But I've got one, it's a little called blader ring, and it just looks kind of crappy right now because it needs some cleaning, tender loving care. They've been sitting in their holders. Some of the holders, just, you know, there's another little blade. And no, you never hold these with your finger, your thumb in the holders. If you're in combat doing that, you can seriously break your thumbs. But these being bayonets, they would fit over the barrel of a gun. Which I'm thinking the one I showed you just before, I think that might be World War I or World War II. I'm not exactly sure. This is another one I think might be from one of the World Wars. I don't know if you can see the, I think this one is from Toledo, Spain. So this is a Spanish one, I believe. Or at least made in Spain anyway for somebody. But yeah, it's... So I hope you enjoyed this little bit of show and tell, and maybe I'll have something else for you quite soon. I'm hoping to get some more content out soon. I know it's been slow going. Take care, and in the words of Bill and Ted, be excellent to each other.